This is Sang Silbeo Group. This is Censorus. We will quickly deliver news about the Middle East war. Axios reports that the US and Israel are prepared to launch major airstrikes on Iran's energy facilities once President Trump gives the order, according to two sources. President Trump specifically pointed out that South Korea did not help the United States. He also showed his displeasure by saying that Australia and Japan did not help the United States either. President Donald Trump said on Monday that the Iranian people would be willing to endure the pain caused by his attacks on civilian energy and infrastructure if it ultimately guarantees their freedom. When asked specifically whether attacking those facilities inside Iran was punishing civilians, President Trump replied, "It is pain, but they will willingly endure that pain to gain their freedom." President Donald Trump said that reopening the Strait of Hormuz is a very important priority, adding that it doesn't take much for Iran to disrupt passage through the strait. Later, Trump suggested that reopening the strait is not essential to US national interests, and that other countries can just take the oil. This is Tehran. Intensive Israeli airstrikes have been carried out in Tehran. This is Iraq. A drone attack by pro-Iranian militias hit the Peshmerga Brigade's headquarters and Staff College in the Raparan Autonomous Region of the Kurdish Autonomous Region. This is Erbil, Iraq. There are reports of civilian casualties from an attack in the village of Zargazawi in the Shaklawa district of Erbil province. This is Erbil, Iraq. In the village of Zargazawi, northeast of Erbil, a drone attacked a civilian home, killing one man and one woman. This is Al-Hasaka, Syria. Saraya Alia al-Dam, an Iraqi militia, claimed responsibility for the drone attack targeting Al-Hasaka, stating that their target was the US Al-Qas base. This is Jubail, Saudi Arabia. The Iranian military carried out airstrikes on Saudi Arabia. Today, there were a total of 4 air raid warning emergency messages. Since the outbreak of the Middle East war, this is the largest number of airstrikes on Saudi Arabia. This is Jubail, Saudi Arabia. A large fire is occurring. Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas announced that the 142nd Field Artillery Brigade has been deployed to the Middle East. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf's advisor warned that if President Trump doesn't yield to Iran, America's allies will face serious consequences with about 20 hours left. The Iranian Ministry of Sports and Youth has urged young people, including athletes, artists, and students, to gather at power plants nationwide tomorrow at 2 p.m. The Iranian Foreign Ministry said a temporary ceasefire is just a pause for a counterattack and will only agree to a truce if it fully ends the war. Presidential Chief of Staff Kang Hoon-sik said he will visit Kazakhstan, Oman, and Saudi Arabia to secure crude oil and naphtha supplies due to disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. A South Korean official said the country has secured around 3 months of materials for intravenous fluid bags as the Middle East war threatens hospital medical supply shortages. Jong Kyung-sil from the Ministry of Health and Welfare said Tuesday the syringe supply will last about 3 months, and production materials are secured for 2 months. Amid rising fuel prices from the Iran-Israel war, President Xi Jinping said China must speed up planning and building a new energy system to ensure energy security. Kyodo News reported Tuesday, citing government sources, that another Japanese national detained in Iran since January has been released. The person is the NHK Tehran bureau chief. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric said 1.1 million refugees are now registered in Lebanon, about 1/5 of its population. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned that US attacks on civilian infrastructure are banned under international law. His spokesperson said Monday, "If more news comes, I'll upload a video. Thanks for watching."
Ja.